មកយើងនេះដែរជារាប់អានគេទៅមុខទៀតទេបងប្អូនដែរស្គាល់គ្នាដល់គេស្គាល់ខ្ញុំទៅដល់តាមក្រៅហៅ teacher ដល់ពេលគ្រូបង្រៀនឆ្លើយនឹងឃើញគេស្អាតមិនហ៊ានឆ្លើយខ្លាចស្អីព្រោះថាឯងនឹងស្អីណាទៀតអាសទៀតដល់ពេលថាឯងអានគាត់ទៀតដល់ពេលហ្នឹងគ្រូយ៉ាប់ហ្មងអត់ជា make friend អីដូចនៅក្រៅនៅក្នុងឆ្នាំគាត់បើដល់ពេលទៅក្រៅរឹកមែនតើនេះវាទៅចេះពេញដែរស្គាល់មុខគ្នាមានហ្នឹងវាបត់ពិសោធន៍ខ្ញុំហើយនៅក្នុងសាលានោះសិស្សដើរជាមួយលោកគ្រូមិនបងប្អូនរាប់ស្គាល់ខ្ញុំចុះលោកគ្រូបង្រៀនខ្ញុំមិនតាន់ចប់ហ្នឹងប្រធានថ្នាក់ទៀតហ្នឹងហើយបើកដែរបើកផ្លឹមហ្នឹងបើកផ្លឹមជាគៀងខ្ញុំនិយាយមែនគាត់សួរខ្ញុំដល់ប៉ុណ្្នឹងទៀតហ្នឹងខ្ញុំប្រធានថ្នាក់គ្រូចំព្រៃដល់ប្រធានថ្នាក់ទៀតរៀនចូលឆ្នាំទី2ទៅស្គាល់ classmate ថ្មីបានតែជា5នាក់អញ្ចឹងអានោះ decline ចឹងបើយើង decline បានច្រើនគ្នាដល់ពេល decline
chờ decline មើលធ្វើមាននៅណាមិញមើលមកយល់
នៅមិញទៅសភៅ
មកកាជាចុក
គេបងប្រាប់តែមិនកាត់ជា verb តាមើលនៅប្រយ័ត្នអាហ្នឹងឯងគេពេលខ្លះយើងបកប្រែល្អដូចខ្ញុំ share វីដេអូមួយហ្នឹងគេ grammar when translate is very slow to talk slow to speak but when you speak in English everything gonna happen fast automatically you can automatize information effectively you see the word automatization but if you keep thinking your L1 decline នេះគឺធ្លាក់ចុះគិតហើយបានមកបង្កើតប្រយោគអង់គ្លេសកើតប្រយោគអង់គ្លេសបាននិយាយអញ្ចឹងវា take time គឺនិយាយបានគាត់ប្រយោគឲ្យឯងទៅគិតបានមកប្រយោគខ្លាច់អានោះមកយើងអត់ព្យាយាមអានគិតជាអង់គ្លេសហើយពីច្រើនយើងអានពាក្យ word by word យើងគិតអាន word by word យើងអត់អានយក idea ពីសភៅហើយយើងធ្វើឲ្យយើង slow become a slow reader ដល់ពេលយើង slow reader ឯងជិលអានសភៅ Robert គឺសភៅ Robert គឺ very easy very easy សភៅគាត់ស្រួលយល់តែបើអ្នកនរគ្នាទៅមើលសភៅមួយទៀតសភៅនេះសភៅរបស់នេះដែរព្រោះខ្ញុំបិទកម៉ោបបាត់ហើយខ្ញុំមិនអោយអ្នកណាឃើញកម៉ោបទេនឹងកម៉ោបស្អីទេខ្ញុំទិញកាលនោះ$20 $10ទេនៅនេះ this is the book the original មិនមែនអានទៅសភៅ copy ទេជួយអ្នកសភៅយក idea មកចាត់ទៅ business ចឹងអានទៅហើយគ្រូបង្រៀនអង់គ្លេសមិនក៏អាន business ក៏មិនអានអង់គ្លេសគេចុះខ្ញុំនឹងមិនយល់ខ្លះទេអី we need to expose ourselves to variety of texts in terms of economics សម្រាប់លីគាត់យូរក៏ខ្ញុំអានដែរខ្ញុំ download ខ្ញុំអានទៀតខ្ញុំ print ទៀតខ្ញុំមិន download ឲ្យត្រឹមតែ download ដល់ក្នុងកុំព្យូទ័រចោលខ្ញុំ print វាចេញដើម្បីអានហើយអានទៅគឺសភៅមួយដែលគាត់និយាយពីខ្មែរយើងណាបើទៅបានសិង្ហបុរីហ្នឹងទេគេគូយើងហ្នឹងមួយដែរខ្ញុំយកថា one man view on the world ណាអញ្ចឹងយើងត្រូវ expose ខ្លួនឯងឲ្យគ្រប់ material ទាំងអស់គ្រប់ text អស់អ្នកនរគ្នាកំពុងតែរៀនទេជួនកាលឆ្នាំទី4ហ្នឹងនិយាយអង់គ្លេសទៅខុសទៀតណាមានខុសក្នុងក្រោយជាមួយខ្ញុំទៀតកើប៉ុណ្ណឹងថានេះ term នេះអត់មានរត់ចោលគ្នាទៀតទេណា term មករត់ចោលខ្ញុំម្ដងណាអាមុខជាមុនណា term នេះគាត់ចោលតែគាត់សើចជាមួយគាត់នៅយូរបានប៉ុន្មានជាមួយខ្ញុំហ្នឹងខ្ញុំមិនដែលទម្លាក់សិតទេមកគាត់ប្រឹងមានតែអីលោកអើយជួយសោះណាបើខ្ញុំ welcome ម្នាក់អ្នកសួរទៅមកខ្ញុំនិយាយមែនប៉ុន្តែសួរចំសំណួរសួរត្រូវចង់រៀនមិនមែនមកសួរទៅណានៅស្នេហាលោកគ្រូចេះអាហ្នឹងអត់ទេទៅសួរកវីស្នេហាទៅគុំបញ្ឈឿននេះទៅអាចจะសួរគុំបញ្ឈឿនក៏បានទៅចេះគុំបញ្ឈឿនគាត់ខូចទេតែគាត់សេបានច្រើនបាត់តម្លៃវាទៅណាបាត់តម្លៃណាតែល្អសភៅល្អ interesting បើសភៅខ្ញុំទិញសភៅមួយឆ្នាំច្រើនខ្ញុំទិញកៅអៅខ្ញុំប្រាក់ពាក់អាវវាជួនកៅអៅគេទេខ្ញុំនិយាយត្រង់ណាមកវារៀនមហាវិទ្យាល័យគេដែរជួនកៅអៅខ្ញុំប្រើ5ឆ្នាំតែខ្ញុំមិនអោយសភៅខ្ញុំលេបទេសភៅខ្ញុំតែថ្មីរហូតមួយឆ្នាំមិនបាន3ក្បាល2ក្បាល3ក្បាលអានរហូតចាខ្ញុំនិយាយមែនហើយសភៅជួនកាលតម្លៃមិនមែនតម្លៃត្រឹម$3ទេ$10ក៏ខ្ញុំទិញតែមួយក្បាលហ្នឹង$20ខ្ញុំទិញដែរដើម្បីយកមកអានមិនតេតតងការបរៀនគឺការសភៅ original ចឹងមក textbook នៅ UC នេះពីច្រើនខ្ញុំមានសភៅ original ច្រើនហេតុអីពីព្រោះខ្ញុំនៅផ្ដើម rồiពួកយើងខុសយើងរៀននឹងនេះ original ធ្វើ original ណាធ្វើ original ណាខ្ញុំប្រើ original ទេ Okay ធ្វើ original ទេខ្ញុំប្រើ Okay គឺធ្វើខ្ញុំសិតតែប្រើតែរបស់ដែល contact ទៅនឹងទាំងអស់ធ្វើណាមួយអត់មាន original ENG 101 ENG 102តែអ្នកនរនេះរៀនហើយអ្នកខ្លះកំពុងរៀនផងអូខេតោះយើង continue និយាយច្រើនណាខ្ញុំឃ្លានបាយហងចងសក់មួយសិនមិនក៏លើកដៃចងសក់ភាសាទៀតដល់គឺថាលើកចងសក់ទៀតគាត់គាត់លើកដៃទៅត្រឹមពេលដែលខ្ញុំនិយាយនឹងឯងអូខេនិយាយលេងទេអានេះខ្ញុំមិន fun ទេខ្ញុំមកទេខ្ញុំថាខ្ញុំ serious ខ្ញុំ very fun in school but I'm serious with your score I'm serious with your study if you work hard you make your own score I will not fail you if you will not make anything you fail yourself okay បើធ្វើឲ្យគ្រូអត់ឲ្យអានឹងបានបន្ទោសគ្រូទៅជេរគ្រូទៅតាមហើយបើសិនអត់ធ្វើអានឹងដាក់ទៅកុំបណ្ដៃដៃព្រោះនឹងទូនាទីគ្រូអញ្ចឹងឆ្នាំនេះគាត់ស្អប់យើង3ឆ្នាំក្រោយគាត់នឹងនឹកឃើញអូអញមានគ្រូមួយអាដល់ឲ្យអញរៀនសងណាអូយឈឺខ្ញុំនិយាយចឹងខ្ញុំអត់ទាន់បានច្បាស់រឿងមួយពេលខ្ញុំដូចថាខ្ញុំទៅចូលឆ្នាំទី2 term 4ចឹងខ្ញុំបន្តចូលពីcurriculum របស់ហ្វ្រាំងពេលចូលឆ្នាំទី2ទៅពេលខ្ញុំប្រឡងទីរាយតម្លាក់អាកាមេរ៉ាជុំស្រៀងទីរាយយល់ច្រើនព្រោះកាមេរ៉ាទីរាយនៅតែធំនេះធំច្រមុះខ្ញុំអត់ដឹងថាមិនខ្ញុំជួយតាមកុំព្យូទ័រខ្ញុំមិនជួយតាមទូរស័ព្ទទីកុំព្យូទ័រតម្លាក់ដូចខ្ញុំនេះកុំព្យូទ័រដែរទីចុះអានឹងកាច់បានណាមិនមែន desktop ណាលោកព្រះអោ
desktop ក៏កាច់បាន
ខ្ញុំចាប់សាលាយើងរៀន credit Okay I give you ខ្ញុំយល់ថា credit ប៉ុន្តែពេលខ្ញុំចូលឆ្នាំ2អញ្ចឹងពេលខ្ញុំព្រោះថាខ្ញុំមកថាខ្ញុំធ្លាក់មកជាមួយណាមួយអញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំត្រូវរៀនសល់ពេលខ្ញុំត្រូវរៀនសល់one by one ទៀតណានឹងឯទីរ៉ានឹងឯងនិយាយងាប់ជាងសិនទេទៀតកូនសិស្ស DJ ស្ដីចា You need to retake the class you need to retake the class yeah only foundation not exam again yeah not except foundation year but you move up from foundation year already okay so if you are in foundation year you might have this kind of system but if you move up to beyond that level you need to retake the course so try your best to get a very good grade don't do something just pass but get B plus A for example រៀនឡើងនេះកុំឲ្យរៀនឡើងដំបូងឆ្នាំទី1ខប់ប្រឹងដល់ឆ្នាំទី2ទី3ទី4ជុកមកមើល transcript បន្ទុកអ្នកខ្លះរៀនអញ្ចឹងពីអាហ្នឹងពេលខ្ញុំរៀន year 1អញ្ចឹងដូចថាគេកំណត់ថា C+ អញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំជាប់តែពេលចូលឆ្នាំទី2អញ្ចឹងក្រុម C+ អាចថានៅជាប់អត់ចឹងចានៅជាប់ដែរខ្ញុំកុំឲ្យដល់ F+ អញ្ចឹងទៅអញ្ចឹងបើតើខ្ញុំបាន F បានខ្ញុំretake the course ទៅវិញហើយខាង scholarship ដូចជាតាម D តែមិនទៅហើយទៅ D ផ្លាយទៅហើយហើយដូចទូ D ផ្លាយយើងដឹងហើយយើងមើល D ផ្លាយទៀតមែនតើខ្ញុំមើលអាកដេដែលខ្ញុំ send ទៅឲ្យនៅក្នុង course syllabus ខ្ញុំមើល grade ណា D ផ្លាយហ្នឹងគឺតិចហើយប្រយ័ត្នប្រយែងណាខ្ញុំជា increase your score work hard work smart តោះអូខេតែនិយាយប្រឹងបានហើយមកគេ X ក្បាលពេកខ្ញុំលើកដៃ X បើឡើងច្រឡំមកឡើងរំទេឆ្នាំនេះមិនអាចឡើងរំបានទេរំពងផ្អាកសិនទៅហើយបង្ងត់គូក៏ជប់បង្ងត់សិនទៅលបែងជាលបែង popular មួយនៅក្នុងសម័យយើងលេងគឺបង្ងត់គូនៅហ្មងអញ្ចឹងហ្នឹងគុំសាលាគេចូលជង្គង់ចាប់ដៃបង្ងត់គូទៅពេលមកអាហ្នឹងគេហៅបង្ងត់កូនកំមុំមិនឆាហ្នឹងហើយចាកំមុំចាស្របទេស្របលេងកាលនៅរៀនវិទ្យាល័យចាមិនក៏បង្ងត់ទេអូប្រត់ទៅមិនមួយឆាដល់បងគេណាគឺស្អីទៅឡើយធ្លាប់គេប្រត់ពី3ដងវិញចឹងមានទេតែបងគេណាប្រត់បាននោះដល់ហូបទៅសម្លេងដល់កចឹងប្រត់ស្លាប់សម្លេងទៅហុំស៊ីវ៉ុនសុំចាញ់ចាតោះអូខេតោះ Okay second point we discuss about present perfect continuous how do we use present perfect continuous how do you distinguish or differentiate between present perfect simple and present perfect continuous you see here So first, we use present perfect continuous or progressive for recent continuing activities, continuing up to the present is still continuing. You see here? Let's say I have been waiting here for half an hour, you still waiting for your girlfriend. Okay, that's the way you use one present perfect continuous or present perfect progressive. Okay, that's the thing. So you still continue. The activity is continuing. Let's say I have waiting for her. I have waiting here for her for around an hour. So around an hour, and I'm still waiting for her. You see, this is the reason you use present perfect continuous. Yeah, that's the thing. You see another example. I haven't been taking a lot of exercise lately, from the past until now and right now. You see, and then the reason you get what you want, you gain weight. You gain weight because some people are afraid of gaining weight, especially ladies. They're gonna skip some dinner, eat less, sleep a lot. Yeah, stomach ache. This happened to ladies in Cambodia. Yeah, អ្នកខ្លះហ៊ានញ៉ាំឯពេលល្ងាចតមដល់កាពះឬកាពើរះយើងញ៉ាំទៅមកឲ្យវាឈឺកាពះណានឹងប្រយ័ត្នផងណារបៀបជាចម្បងឥឡូវនេះតែអត់ញ៉ាំទេអា immune system នឹងអត់ strong ទេតែមានបញ្ហាជំងឺនឹងចូលកាន់តែពិបាក so you make to develop your immune system if your immune system is strong enough to fight with the virus you're strong remember yeah okay so yeah I can give you another example you see let's say I have been teaching for almost 2 hours you see now I'm still teaching that's the way you use present perfect progressive you can say another word progressive or continuous one more thing that I remind you before I move to another step present perfect continuous or progressive doesn't have passive form remember we don't have passive form with present perfect progressive or continuous only present simple have passive what do you mean passive in Khmer we have active sentence and passive sentence what does it mean in Khmer when you say I think you have learned Khmer in grade 8 about passive sentence and active sentence តាំងពីថ្នាក់ទី8ហ៎
កម្មបត្តិអ្នកប្រធានអ្នកអត់ធ្វើអំពើកម្មបត្តិធ្វើអំពើវិញជា passive form
អូខេ yeah នឹងបើសិនជាបាន2ដកមកត្រឹម D ខ្លះឲ្យបានណា D ខ្លះក៏បានកម្មមួយអកម្ម yeah
ខ្ញុំមិនដឹងខ្មែរគេហៅថាមិនទេខ្ញុំធ្លាប់ដឹងថាវាចឹង
ម៉ែគ្រូណៃបញ្ជាខ្មែរឯងរបស់កម្មនិងរបស់កាត់អូខេយ៉ាងនោះតែចាំរបស់កម្មរបស់កាត់ផ្នត់ញែកអានឹងត្រូវតែមាននៅក្នុងណាទី8ទី9យើងរៀនហើយជំនាន់ហ្នឹងរបស់ញ៉ែរបស់មក syllables ចុះអង់គ្លេសវាមាន syllable ដូចគ្នាចឹងញ៉ែតែហ្នឹងឲ្យតែជួយយើងរៀនភាសាផ្សេងទៀតដែលវាមានស្តៀងដូចគ្នាវាមាន item ដូចគ្នា element ដូចគ្នាវាស្រួលយើងរៀនណាអាហ្នឹង linguistic yeah okay so remember it's about the active sentence and passive sentence yeah okay របស់កម្មនិងរបស់កាត់របស់កម្ម subject does the action object receive an action passive sentence subject receive an action object does the action yeah
but I have seen the book that written about the passive form of the present perfect continuous
no នៅនេះស្អីយកមកទៅដល់បោកប្រាស់មកនេះមិនថាសុំមក B ផ្លាស់មកត្រឹម D ផ្លាស់តាមឲ្យ D បដ ாய்
ខ្ញុំអត់ថាបើតែខ្ញុំធ្លាប់ឃើញមានform របស់វាខ្ញុំធ្លាប់ពី form
ខ្ញុំមកចាខ្ញុំមកធ្លាក់ហើយតែពីណាបង្រៀនគ្រូនេះនេះមែន grammar passive យ៉ាប់ណាអត់មាន passive form passive មិនមានទេ
ខ្ញុំច្រឡំក៏អត់ដែរតែដូចខ្ញុំធ្លាប់ខ្ញុំ
អាចត្រូវបានស៊ីដូចនេះ
100%
និយាយខ្មែរនឹងបើយើងប្រកាសនិយាយអង់គ្លេសរហូតហើយ okay that's the thing okay yeah I will show you another slide okay if you want to make clear I will try to show you another slide okay so let's move to the other part first yeah passive I will show you about passive don't worry okay another point we use present perfect continuous or progressive to explain a present situation you see you can use present situation just like now what happened to Cambodian situation now I have been washing the dog. That's why my clothes are wet. You see, you can say your clothes now are wet. You can use present perfect continuous to show about this situations. Okay. You can say, it has been raining. That's why the lands are wet. Right? You can say it has been raining because the grounds are wet. You know the grounds? Because you see some water on the ground. Okay, the water haven't gone from the ground yet. So you can use present perfect in this case. You know what I mean?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah. Okay, this is the way we use, Another one, you see, to emphasize the length of continuing activity. You see, the length of continuing activity. Let's say, I have been working on my project all morning. Now you're still working. From morning until now. Okay, you haven't completed your work yet. You see, all morning. You see, all morning? Yeah, from morning until now, it's still morning. What time is it now? It's still morning. 11 o'clock, right? Almost 12. Not afternoon yet. Not noon yet. Let's say morning. So, morning seen from 12 midnight until 11. 59. Yeah, 59. Okay, so today I'm gonna give you one homework. First homework. Homework cho teacher.
Just how is I topic.
Nó dành mình xây mũi tiết cũng phải đi được thời gian mình crew mình ao nhưng mà ao chẳng bị đam thơm mà cũng phải chạy chuyện này bật cái năng cái con năng để định khớm nó mình định côn cho riêng này muốn với bầu mình đã định cônอยู่từ sọ linh mình đi đam mình tiền sọ tiền tròn sọ này khai thả rồi miệng tròn sọ cắt sọ lấy phiêu tròn sọ nha. Okay, so Michael, we didn't get John, yeah. Another point, you see here's with how long question. Normally, how long question you can use with perfect continuous. You see, how long have you been having these disturbing dreams? So this is the continuing process, and it's a finish. You see, that's the way you use present perfect continuous with how long. How long have you been learning English? Now you are in English class. You see. Now you are in English class. So you can say, how long have you been learning English? So the activity is still happening. Where are you now? Now you are on the e-learning class. With you are doing what one? English. Okay? So you can say, how long have you been learning English? I have been learning English for 10 years. Now you are still learning English. You see, the activity is happening now. However, if you meet your friend at the supermarket and say, how long have you learned English? You can use present perfect continuous because he or she is not learning at that time. Okay, you can say, how long have you learned English? You can say another way. Yeah, if you don't want to express about what I want, the continuing activities. Yeah. Oh, what time is it now?
Oh, teacher, nhưng ban mưa phải phong nâng hai mà nhưng ban check mà đó kia đây. Nhưng chờ lâu luôn đấy.
Nếu bị nhấp slide mấy nhưng tôi man đổ anh ban phải một chút chưa thấy. Nhưng mà đo mà tôi mà thấy mưa.
Nhưng mà phong thì teacher. Còn đây nhưng
bị flash mà tập đi mà này không đo bị flash với chó.
Còn không thể bạn bí phong đi chứ.
Không, đúng rồi.
Nộp chất phóng chứ.
Trong nộp chất bỏ president.
Để nó chơi năng có tìm
đây số chào đào mà chào đào được ăn được nhé. Okay, chào đào được ăn nữa nè. Okay, another point of one. It means consider. I remember one mean and consider have different meaning because these are the state verbs. State verb do not use in present continuous, but thing here can be used for that one. So because think here mean consider. You see, you can say I have been thinking of changing my job, or you can say I have been considering. But when think mean opinion, you can use in progressive form. You say I think the weather is hot. It is just your opinion. So when the word think mean opinion, you cannot use in progressive form. Remember. Okay. But when you say What does it mean here? You are considering. You are considering. Okay, it's not your opinion, but you are considering find some ways or means to deal with the challenges with your assignment. So sing here you can use in present progressive or present perfect progressive, remember. Okay, យថាអត់ណាទៀតstate verb ខ្លះអាចប្រើបានក៏ប៉ុន្តែវាមានន័យផ្សេង
យ៉ានេះច្រើនខ្ញុំចាំstative verb អាចប្រើជាមួយនឹង present progressive បានអាចប្រើជាមួយនឹង progressive បាន
nào à cái số kia nó anh định vì tình nhiên nó dập dờn nữa vậy cái Pattaya số kia Pattaya okay you see I have been meaning to get in touch with Helen you see considering to you can say see meaning it doesn't mean yeah what does it mean see you cannot use in present progressive what is meaning no you see when it meaning when you refer to meaning you cannot say what is meaning okay what gentrification meaning no you cannot say what does gentrification mean you see in this case you can use only in present simple it is state verb be careful okay so that you say like the word have you see if you want to talk about your experience you can use in progressive I'm having a very good experience for my trip. You see, you can use. But when you talk about belonging, you see, possessions, you cannot use for that. Let's say I have a lot of money. You cannot say I'm having a lot of money. No, you cannot use. That's that verb. Trời ơi, I don't know. Yeah, my grammar, yeah, okay. Well, my grammar soខ្ញុំyeah, set ENG 205 advanced ហើយ នឹង advanced ណានិយាយគ្នាហើយ
One.
Okay. អរខ្ញុំ send slide ឲ្យទេ slide ខ្ញុំ send នៅទាំងអស់ដែរទុកអូខេកុំគិតរឿងចឹងឲ្យធ្លាក់វិញទៀតឡើយញ៉ៃញ៉ៃនិយាយរឿងទៅចឹងអូខេ Another one with some word okay some adverb you know adverb lately recently all day all morning you see every morning for and since we normally use with one present perfect continuous see what have you been doing lately what have you been doing recently you see you can use with this adverb I've been working on this account all day see all days from morning until night or since 9 o'clock or for hours you see that the way that you use time expression here or adverbs yeah okay another point now look at the comparison between present perfect continuous and present perfect simple there is significant differences that you need to you know take note of pay much attention to anyone first with state verbs such as leave work there is a little contrast very little contrast almost similar see how long have you lived here you see you live here how long have you been living here now you are there maybe a little bit different but like this okay you are living there you are still there now but when you use present perfect sometimes you are not there but you still live there let's say how long have you been living in Phnom Penh now you are in the province you visit your relative in the province and then you can ask how long have you lived in Phnom Penh right but now you are not in Phnom Penh you got it one
Yes.
yeah you got it
How long have you?
Yes, teacher.
Let's see. How long have you lived in Phnom Penh? You now you are in the province. You say, I have lived in Phnom Penh for 10 years. You still live in Phnom Penh, but now you are at the province. But when you say, how long have you been living in Phnom Penh? You are now in Phnom Penh, still in Phnom Penh. Yeah, you want to express about continuing activities. You see, they're the things. Yeah, you are now in Phnom Penh. Yeah, they're the things. Okay, so be careful. See a little bit significance that you need to bear in mind.
How long have you?
ទៅវាយណាច្រៀងហងហើយមិនគ្រូឈ្មោះទេវាអស់ហើយរៀនអនឡាញអង្គុយរហូតដល់ចង់ហើយគាត់មានសក់សិតទៀតទេអានឹងចំណាយអត់សក់មិនសក់វិញទាំងយ៉ាងណាព្រោះសក់ខ្ញុំក្រាស់ពេកទៅស្កូវតែពេលស្កូវរៀនលាបមិនលាបហ្មងទៅស្អាតសក់ទៅមើលឃើញអាចារ្យស្វា
Just watch.
តែខ្ញុំអាចារ្យស្វា
Just.
nó có cột minh lý tao nhà cột minh lý đó
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, you are it. Okay, second point. Verbs such as sit, stay, wait, prefer continuous form. You see, normally this word we use in continuous form or progressive form. Yeah. You can say, how long have you been sitting here? So how long have you been sitting with me? Now you're still sitting with me. You see? It's still in progress.
Sitting there.
Okay? So this word normally we use in progress form, progressive form, or continuous form. How long have you been waiting for me? You still waiting for me now. Got it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Another one with even verbs such as present perfect simple emphasizing completion. Yeah. Normally we use present perfect simple to focus on completion action. Let's say I have written many letters finished already before the time you talk. You can say. However, when you say I have been writing letter describe my activity during recent period, you haven't finished. Just some, but other letter you haven't finished yet. You see here? Yeah. So that's the reason the difference between perfect simple and perfect continuous. Perfect continuous you focus on activity with continuing, still progress from the past until now. Let's say I have been written many letters, so you just you have completed some, but there are some more letters that you need to complete. See some more letters that that you need to complete. If you say I have complete, I have written my letter, you have completed already. Yeah, that's it. Okay?
Yes.
Teacher, could you compare present continuous and present perfect continuous?
Oh,
Just
remember, we discussed about perfect continuous. We talk about connection from the past, they continuing to the future. It's happening at the moment and continue to the future. But when we say about present continuous, we just focus on the temporary action now. Now we don't focus about the past action. You get what I mean? Now I'm teaching English. I don't focus about the past at all. I don't focus about how many hours I have been teaching. Let's say I have been teaching for 2 hours from the past until now. I'm still teaching. You got it?
Yes.
However, present continuous or present progressive, focus it now. I'm teaching English. I haven't focused about the period of time from the past, now, or continue to the future. I haven't focused on that. I haven't emphasized on that. But just only now. You get what I mean? Only now.
Yes, teacher.
Okay? Yeah, that's the thing we use present continuous. Yeah.
Teacher, can you explain more about the stative verb?
More
Because sometimes I got confused. Why we
confused là hấu đó, gọi là passive còn confused đấy.
Teacher, nhưng trên ca nhưng chỉ lỏng tham, nhưng sau thu lồng hạt play khác nhưng chỉ lỏng tham đó bạn, bạn cái phim hoa à với bạn
má lồng hạt gọi là present continuous vẫn vừa khổ đại, ăn hoặc nhiên khổ.
Với khổ, với Teacher.
Question please. Lứa nó trùng mì để lại lên.
Nhưng trong phương thầm năng trong phương tha
con đang sửa sai bỏ.
Vì thả năng simple năng continuous.
À, na simple năng continuous.
Lại stative verb hoặc lại stative verb mới trở về bài lưu được chưa lưu verb. Cái năng ở về class nhưng pra nhưng tôi chỉ học năng thang hay pra ban được pi thôi chứ. Pra ban được pi.
Pra ban được pi nhưng hay pra thà. If for example, let's say I have now you are in the province. If you are at the province and you still live in Phnom Penh, can you say I have been living in Phnom Penh for 10 years? No, you can say I have lived in Phnom Penh for 10 years. So we still rely that you are still living in Phnom Penh. From the past until now, you still live in Phnom Penh. But now you are not in Phnom Penh. You are at the province. Another point that you can distinguish the difference is that you can say I have been living in Phnom Penh. Now you still in Phnom Penh. You are not at the province.
Oh,
you see here? Yeah. You say, I have worked for that company for 10 years, but now you are not at that company anymore. Maybe you are at home. You got what I mean? You say, I have worked for that company for 10 years. From the past until now 10 years. And I still work for that company, but I'm not at the company now. I'm at home and at the supermarket, for example.
Little confusing.
អត់ស្ដាប់គ្នាបញ្យល់សង on the contrary, if you use present continuous, let's say I have been working for that company, now you still in that company, now you are working. Let's say I have been teaching at UC for almost since 2012. How many years? One? Yeah, you can say I have been teaching at UC since 2012.
9 years.
Yeah, 9 years already.
Yes.
9 years. Now I still teach at UC. See, I'm still teaching now, but we do online class. If we have the actual class or we campus class, I'm right now. I will be in the classroom. Okay, that's the reason. But if I'm at somewhere at the cafe, for example, and my friend asks me, how long have you taught at UC? You see, you can say I have taught at UC for 9 years. But where am I now?
At home.
You got it?
Yep.
Yeah, you can say. Okay, now I'm at a cafe.
យើងធ្វើ
But
មិន
if
ដឹង
I'm in the class, មើលមិនដឹងទៀត
ឧទាហរណ៍ sentence នឹងមួយគេដាក់មកឲ្យយើងជ្រើស between perfect simple និង perfect continuous
situation គេមិនប្រាប់បើអត់ប្រាប់ situation គេមិនរើមិនកើតទេអានោះដល់ថាឆ្វៃរៀន grammar អត់យល់អានឹងគេ grammatically it's not about the structure that you use but you need to think about the real situation អញ្ចឹងហើយអានឹងហើយដែលយើងថាធីរ៉ាឯងមានតែ knowledge about English but you don't have knowledge of language ខុសគ្នាណា knowledge about language you just understand this is perfect this is past simple but you cannot use it effectively អានោះជាបញ្ហានៅក្នុង linguistics they define between what language about knowledge knowledge about language and knowledge of language បើយើងអត់ distinguish នៅតែប៉ុណ្្នឹងនៅតែវល់ងុំវិញចឹងតែប៉ុណ្្នឹងមិនអាចបានទេនៅក្នុងស្ថានភាពលំហាត់គេឲ្យគេមិនអត់ឲ្យទេតែមកវាយើងអាន
ដែរប៉ុន្តែយើងនៅតែវិញថាហ្នឹងមិនបាន simple មិន
អានោះមកវាយើងនឹងវិញខ្លួនឯងយើងអត់ច្បាស់ផងហ្នឹងសូម្បីតែ passive យើងប្រើមិនដឹងផងចូលអីទៀតហើយអាស្រួលបំផុតហើយទៅទីតែមើលហ្នឹងវិញទៅអានោះមកពីខ្មែរចោលទៅវាអញ្ចឹងការប្រើប្រាស់វាអត់អញ្ចឹងលួនអញ្ចឹងយើងចាញ់ក្មេងទេពេលខ្លះហើយបើយើងប្រៀបធៀបនឹងក្មេង children gonna pick up language naturally they learn they imitate and they use it effectively they know what tense they're gonna use you see they learn naturally they prefer the natural learning not the learning situation and then the ខុសគ្នាកន្លែងហ្នឹងណា
Natural situation.
ហើយយើងនៅប្រើ grammar translate method ហ្នឹងតែញ៉ៃញ៉ៃប៉ុណ្ណឹងបកប្រើប៉ុណ្ណឹងណា Okay I heard somebody ask please
Hello, teacher.
Yeah.
As you have already explained to the students that active means do the action and passive means receive the action, but I still wonder why present perfect continuous cannot use in passive, teacher. I still
This
wonder.
is the rule of English. I got no idea too. You can do research. This is the rule of English. And when you respond to me, you need to state it clearly. What does the action and what receive the action? Listen to you yourself again. What does the action? What receive an action? យើងទៅ clarify នៅច្បាស់ណាមុននឹងយើងនិយាយព្រោះសំខាន់ណាស្អីគេទទួលអតិពលពីណាទទួលអតិពលពីណានៅក្នុងប្រយោគអីអានឹងយើងត្រូវ distinguish នៅច្បាស់ណាខ្ញុំអត់ស្អីឲ្យយើងគឺប៉ុន្តែអានេះមកពីយើងរៀននៅពីក្រោមក្នុងការដែលយើងអត់ច្បាស់ពីអាហ្នឹង When you talk about active sentence subjects the action I say subject in a sentence consists of two main elements in English we say two main elements in syntax one we say subjects and predicate the always a predicate or verb phrase you see that you can say with some particular verb remember cannot form an act and passive sentence a passive sentence with some particular verb what verb I want intransitive verb you see there are two type verbs transitive verb and intransitive verb What does mean intransitive verb? Verb doesn't need object.
Transitive
Okay,
verb,
this is
don't
the
need-
rule. You can go to George Jules.
don't need
You can go to Diane. You can go to Venice. Those are the grammar that I used. Okay, George Jules is the famous guy. I have written a lot. Yeah. They say, why we don't have that? I don't know. Because it is the rule that they have. យើងរៀនពីច្បាប់វាមិនចេះផងហ្នឹងងំតែយើងទៅសួរថាអូនមិនទៅធ្វើ research មើលយកកន្លែងហ្នឹងគេឲ្យកណិតមួយគេឲ្យកណិតមួយតើតើនឹង asymptote show asymptote trade យើងមក analyze វាមើលអឺតែស្អីគ្រូ asymptote show asymptote trade អីទៅអស់ហើយអូខេខ្ញុំថារៀនពេលខ្លះយើងរៀននៅក្រៅរូបមន្តគេយើងរៀនពេលខ្លះយើង analyze វាអត់ទៅ detail យ៉ាអញ្ចឹងនៅវាជា exception មួយហេតុអីវាអត់មាន rule ណាលើសនឹងទៀត There's no any form that you can change present perfect continuous into passive វាអត់មាន bin ណាវាអត់មាន bin នោះឥឡូវ change មិនទៅ bin មិនឥឡូវហ្នឹងយើងមើល bin មិន bin painted ឯណា bin being painted វាខុសវាអត់ត្រូវយ៉ា You say English is being taught You see this is present continuous passive yeah and can you say English has been វាមិនដែលមាន has been being វាអត់មានវាអត់បែកអានោះវាអត់ទៅកើតជាងវាអត់មានអាហ្នឹងទេគេកាត់ឲ្យប្រើហ្នឹងទេ